Today we're talking about the Vaqueros based on the 1993 Dallas Cowboys. The Vaqueros feature a pro-style offense and a strong 4-3 defense that has a surprisingly strong package of blitzes in all their formations. Their special rule is the triplets. Their quarterback, halfback, and wide receiver are all superstar players who can take over the game. They each have special mechanisms that they can activate from a central economy based on crossing milestones to earn stars. The Vaqueros feature three separate formations. Their I form is their run-heavy formation, their weak is their balanced, and shotgun is their pass-heavy formation. Defensively, they have three formations. The 4-3 is their run-heavy, nickel is their balanced formation, and dime is their pass-heavy formation. If you'll notice, all of their blitzes have very strong values. They even have an additional blitz in nickel. They have it twice. The other one is a 0-5. Let's take a look now at the triplets special rule to see how that works. The Vaqueros have a wide range of abilities that they can trigger from a central bank of stars that they can earn throughout the game. They begin the game with none of them, but there are a maximum of 5 stars that they can earn through gameplay. We pick up the action in the first quarter. The Vaqueros have the ball 1st and 1 at the 15, and they've come out with an I form versus 4-3. The matchup is an inside run versus man-to-man. No breakaway here. 2-on-2 is a gain of nothing, but we do have the minimum gain of 1, so right now this is going to be a gain of 1. The game day card comes out, and it is an offense pass card that has no impact on the run, and so that will be a gain of 1. The act of reaching this milestone, which is the 20, the 50, or the opposite 20, or the goal line. Once the Vaqueros reach that milestone, they earn 1 star. This is how their economy works. As they continue to move down the field, and let's say cross the 50, they will earn another star. As they continue to go and reach or exceed the 20, they earn another star. And then as they continue, if they score a touchdown, they will earn another star. These tokens are cumulative, so there is no refreshing at the beginning of a drive. Anytime they cross a milestone, which is the 20, 50, opposite 20, or the end zone, they will earn a star. There is a maximum number of 5 stars, and this drives their entire economy. What you'll notice is that each of these mechanisms has a different cost based on its effectiveness in the game. Some of them cost only 1, some of them cost up to 4 stars. You have to have that many stars in your possession in order to activate the mechanism. Let's pick up the action now in the second quarter. It's 4th and 3 from the 35. The Vaqueros have 4 stars in their possession, and they've decided to go for this 4th down. Now, this may not be advisable, but I wanted to show you how the +1 to the end of the run works. This setup is an I form versus 4-3, and as you can see, the matchup is an outside run versus goal line. Right now, the goal line actually supersedes the outside run, so this is actually a loss of 1 before the game day card. We're going to flip the game day card and see what it gives us. It's a defense pass, so it has no impact. So right now, the Vaqueros are going to lose 1, and they're going to lose possession on downs. However, because the halfback can add 1 to the end of a run for 1 star, and he has 4 stars at his disposal, he can actually take all 4 of these stars, spend them at the same time, and add 4 to the end of this run. So the matchup here is a loss of 1, but he can spend these 4 to add 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Emmitt Smith simply making something out of nothing as an elite superstar running back and getting the first down. Let's pick up the action now in the third quarter. The Vaqueros are up 7-3, and they have called a weak against nickel. We'll take a look at this matchup. It is an inside run versus a tight run. Now, this is not a breakaway, but there is another activity that the halfback can take on, which is actually to change the play type. You'll notice this gray box says outside run, and it has a star next to it. That means that when they use the reverse field, which is to change the run type, they can spend 2 stars to actually ignore the called one and to change it to the one that Emmitt Smith can do. And you'll notice there's this little dotted line that shows where he should have gone and then where he actually went. So in this situation, this is a minimum gain of 1 right now, but if the Vaqueros change to an outside run will beat tight run, and this becomes a breakaway. So they will spend 2 tokens to change this to an outside run, and that is now a breakaway, which still maintains that minimum gain of 1, but they get to choose the upper corner, which is 2, and we will keep chaining. One more. One more. So this ended up being a very good choice. 2 more. And again, Emmitt Smith saw daylight to the outside, 2 more, and started off running in a different direction from what was called, and ends up being tackled at the 20. So, because he was able to cross the 50 and the 20, the act of running this play actually earns back the 2 stars that he spent. This is really important. As the Vaqueros cross these different milestones, they earn those at the end of the play. So initially, this team has a slow start. They're a little sluggish early, but as they get their offense going and start spending stars to get more distance on the field, they actually make it easier for them to earn stars in the future. So we'll continue this drive. We see that they've called shotgun versus dime, and we have a halfback screen versus press. Right now that is a 6 on 5, which is a potential gain of 1, assuming it is complete. However, if we were to call a quarterback scramble, which would only cost us 1 star, we could change this 6 into a half value run of 3. That 3 would go up against the run defense on the opponent, and that would be a guaranteed gain of 3 on the scramble. So we are going to spend a star and turn this into a run that has a matchup value of 3. And of course, here is Hot Pursuit -2, so it's only going to gain 1 unless we use our challenge flag to cancel the effect of that game day card, and we can preserve that gain of 3. It's not necessary to burn the challenge flag. Sometimes you get unlucky and you just have to see that Hot Pursuit play out and you only get the 1. But in this case, we went ahead and canceled it to show you the full 3. We'll pick up the action now in the 4th quarter. It's 14-6 Vaqueros, but they've got 3rd and 1 from their own 15, backed up in their own shadow of their own end zone. They are actually a little nervous about this play, and so they're going to use the other quarterback mechanism, which is the Omaha. The Omaha allows them to lock the defense, see what the defense is, and then they get a free audible before they make their choice. So they're going to spend the 2 stars to lock in the defense and see what it is, and it is a blitz. So let's take a look at what this play would have been, and a medium pass would lose to blitz. So because they have used their Omaha to audible, they see that the blitz is on, so they're going to change the play before they resolve it. This is a special run of 2 versus a blitz of 1, so right now this matchup avoids the breakaway and will gain them 1. Let's see what the game day deck gives us. And that was a great audible. This is a defense pass that has no impact on the play. So they will gain 1. They will get the first down, keep the drive alive, and most importantly, not potentially turn the ball over in their own territory. That's the value of the Omaha. Notice that they crossed a milestone, so they get 1 of their stars back. The wide receiver can add 4 to the end of a pass by spending 4 stars. The wide receiver can also help to stop the clock or get out of bounds by spending 2 stars to not discard the offensive play. We pick up the action now in the 4th quarter, and it's all tied up, 14 all. The Vaqueros have the ball, though, at the opponent 40, and they are driving, but they're down to their very last card. This is a 20% chance to hit this field goal, which is not a great choice. So the Vaqueros have decided to run 1 more play. Predictably, the Fire have come out in a prevent defense. And the Vaqueros have called a medium pass. A medium pass has very little chance of actually reaching, but the Vaqueros have an ace in their back pocket. So this play is an offense run. It has no impact. So 6 against prevent. Prevent cuts this in half. So it becomes a gain of 3. For every other team that exists currently, this would end the game because there are no more cards left. However, the Vaqueros have the ability to stop the clock by getting out of bounds. They don't have to discard this play if they spend 2 stars. And so now they have gotten out of bounds. They retain this play. And that means that now they are at the 25, which is a much easier field goal. It is now an 85% chance to make that kick. They will spend their last card to attempt the field goal. And it is good at the 7. And so they have won the game 17-14 by clever use of their getting out of bounds mechanism. The Vaqueros can also ignore a low accuracy pass by spending 3 tokens. That would allow you to not rely on the green text for a low accuracy pass. What's nice is that they can spend that after the fact. So when they see the game day card come out, if it's red text and it would make the pass incomplete, they can simply spend 3 stars to ignore that result. The weakness to the Vaqueros is their offense is sluggish to start because they start the game with no stars. So they have to cross those milestones in order for those players to really get dialed into the game. But once they have stars in their possession, they can actually regenerate those pretty easily by moving the ball down the field and getting more yardage. This is a tough team to get off the field in the second half. So the best approach when you're playing the Vaqueros is to try to limit their offensive production in the first half. Just delay how many stars they get as long as possible so that their offense can't get on track. If you are the Vaqueros, you want to not hoard those stars, but spend them in order to get more yardage because you can earn them back so quickly.